Most people think that staying confident, beautiful, and slim it's about metabolism, your habits, routines, whatever. What they don't realize is that it all has to start with nervous system regulation. Because if your nervous system is not regulated, nothing else will work. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly the mindset rules that Slavic women live by in order to stay effortlessly confident, slim, and beautiful throughout the whole year and every single day. Okay, first thing, we apologize only when we are truly wrong. We don't go around the world messing up our nervous system constantly by making ourselves feel wrong, making ourselves always feel like less than other people, by being all the time like sorry for everything. Treat apologies like a limited resource. Only apologize when you're truly responsible, when you're truly guilty. This replaces people pleasing with emotional neutrality, because a regulated nervous system needs predictability, and when you over apologize all the time, you are making your body feel alert, because it's always thinking, am I wrong? Am I doing something bad? No, you're not doing anything wrong. But as soon as you say, sorry this, sorry that, sorry for disturbing you, your body thinks that you're actually doing something wrong, because your body hears every word that you say, and this affects your nervous system the whole time, 24/7. Your nervous system constantly listens to what you say. When you stop apologizing for existing and making yourself smaller all the time, your identity becomes stable. And stable identity is the key to confidence. Confidence doesn't come from how you look today. Confidence comes from who you believe you are, not how you're dressed, not who you're talking to, who I'm around today, the location, do I have acne, is my hair dry, is my hair hydrated, your posture, tone, everything. Try to keep it consistent across every environment, no matter what. When your identity stops fluctuating based on your environment, your confidence becomes stable because you feel emotionally safe. I used to struggle with very bad acne, like I had acne all over my face, everything red, literally I still have marks over here. And what I did was basically going to supermarket and running all the errands without makeup, without any foundation, concealer, anything at all. And this felt uncomfortable in the beginning, but it put me in a situation where I could challenge myself to carry myself the same way as when I feel confident, as when I'm dressed in my best way, with my best makeup, in a place where I feel comfortable. So in order to make a stable identity, you need to expose your insecurities and the things that you don't really appreciate about yourself, and train yourself to be the same version of yourself as when you are comfortable, as when you are confident. But another thing about stable identity is that it also changes the way that you handle disrespect. When we feel disrespected, we don't leak energy. We throw it. There is where my mantra comes in, and this is something that I do all the time. I don't cry, I don't yell, I don't make chaos. I say, please respect me. I don't see respect, I ghost the conversation. Even in real life, if this person is close to me, let's say my family or someone that I really love, I might say second time, please respect me just the way that I respect you. If I still don't feel respected, I'm gone. I'm gone until this person realizes that I don't like the way they're talking to me. I don't like the way that they're approaching the situation. Whenever they realize, they can come to me. And I'm not talking about cheating or some type of strong disrespect. I'm saying like small things that sometimes maybe just don't sit well with me. But this signals to my nervous system that we're safe, because I can remove myself from chaos whenever I want. If I don't feel comfortable, leave. I'm not going to sit there, fight, this and that. My body doesn't have to be alert of what's going to happen next. So next time that someone is crossing a boundary or talking to you in a way that you don't like, you say, please respect me. And also, when you don't fight everything, you don't care about things that are not solvable. This is something that my mom taught me, and she always thinks like this. It's not solvable right now. I can't do anything right now. Okay, say to yourself, it doesn't matter. This helps your brain filter real threats from threats that are not so real. Because sometimes something is not life-threatening, but our brain doesn't know. And it treats situations that are just something that you can't do anything about it as something that is gonna ruin your life. And treating small problems like urgent triggers panic, but treating them as non-urgent stabilizes. Your brain only knows what you think and what you feel. It only reads the body. So the moment that you're going through a situation in your daily life that is not life or death, let's say you go to work, you miss the bus, and now you're gonna get late. Okay, it's not pleasurable, but nobody's gonna die because of that. Yet your brain treats us like a lion is chasing you. And it's like, it's not like I can take the bus, drive it to work, and be on time. See, in these situations, it doesn't matter. Once your body stops panicking and screaming all the time, you can actually pay attention and realize how most of your hunger cues and cravings are anxiety, not real hunger. Cravings are not hunger. Cravings are just mental noise. Hunger is always physical. It's something you feel in your body. It's not something that comes to your mind. I want a cake. I'm hungry. This is something I always saw my mom and grandma. They never eat because they're stressed. They either clean the house, which I think it's kind of a mother thing, but especially they go for a walk. I've never seen my mom and grandma being stressed and going to the kitchen, which I always see in the rest of the world. Everyone is stress eating, stress this, stress that. Really, are you hungry or are you stressed? Because a bag of Cheetos is not going to regulate you. It's going to dysregulate you even more chemically in your body and also mentally. Not only you'll be stressed because of the problem, you'll be stressed also because you're gaining weight and maybe this goes against your goal. The next time that we're stressed, we don't go to the kitchen. We go for a walk. I struggled with binge eating disorder. So I know how, even if it's not hunger, it's your brain being like, I need something. That's something, replace it with something that really feels that feeling that you are craving. Maybe you're craving some sensory pleasure. There are so many ways to get sensory pleasure without putting something in your mouth. Even like when you go outside, you feel a difference in temperature, all of that. All of that is sensory stimulation without eating. This is part of regulating your nervous system without gaining weight, then being on a diet, and then being stressed because of the diet. Movement also metabolizes stress hormones. In fact, you will notice how emotionally stable women, they never binge. Or almost never binge. Also, when you go for a walk, you can notice how actually you can hear your thoughts, you can hear your needs, you can be there for yourself. Because when you numb yourself with some food just in order to not feel what you are feeling in that moment, that is only going to make things worse. But to hear your needs better and to be there for ourselves in a better way, we need to spend time in solitude. One thing about Slavic women, we don't care about telling people, today I don't feel like going anywhere because I want to spend time alone. We don't have to find an excuse. We don't have to make up something. We just say this very clearly. So we consider our time alone as a biological need. It's the same like sleeping, drinking water, eating food. Time alone is a biological need and you need to treat it the same way if you want to be emotionally stable. Your mood should not depend on your environment. It should be something that you can regulate on your own. We don't wait for the perfect moment to spend time alone. Even if we're on vacation, with our partner, with our family, with someone that we never see, time alone is never an optional. It's always a priority. You have time to eat today, you have time also to spend time alone. Because you know that is the moment when you self-regulate. That is the moment when you can sit with yourself, with your thoughts. If you're not spending time alone, that is you abandoning yourself emotionally. I see how many people that are very stressed, they never disconnect from their household, they maybe are mothers, and they never take some time to be alone. They always think about their children, what this is going to think, what whoever is going to do. But this is not how you regulate your nervous system. My mother, doesn't matter what happens in the family, what happens at work. She even wakes up in the morning at 6. She goes for a walk 2 hours. This is how she regulates herself. This time alone, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter the day. It doesn't matter anything. She's gonna do it. And because we feel full internally, we can choose better relationships. Because we give a lot of love. But that energy has to be the same from the other side. Because we're not gonna stay in a situation where it's a half friendship, a half relationship. Invest only where emotional safety exists. If there is no emotional safety and you have to ask for things, you have to beg, whatever, that's not the place for you. I have 3 friends. But those people are like family for me. literally family. I don't like to be around other people. I don't like to go in a bar, socialize, all this, because I also feel like it's a waste of my time. I feel like going there trying to be funny, nice, whatever for strangers that I'm not even willing to cultivate a relationship with. That is a waste of time. And also, for us, it's like whenever someone is like overly nice or like playing this part, like you can really sense when someone wants to be liked by everyone. The energy for us is repellent. Our culture comes across as cold for other people because we literally don't entertain nonsense. If we go at a social event, we can even sit on a chair alone rather than entertaining people that we would not hang out with if we were not there. When we date someone, it's basically that we can see a husband in that man. If it's not like that, we're not gonna date, we're not gonna even like reply because we invest all of our heart, but in the right small circle of people. And a consistent social environment also regulates your nervous system. Well, when you put yourself out there around people that you don't feel safe with, that your body doesn't know, your brain can't like relax and needs a lot of social battery, this is what produces stress, which produces cravings, which produces weight gain. Also, when you have a strong social intuition, it's easy to understand when it's time to leave. Because many times your body knows something is wrong with someone, with their intentions or whatever, but you don't listen to it. You wait for something catastrophic to happen. We don't do that. We leave as soon as it feels off. And once we leave, we never reopen a closed door. Once a person makes a mistake that is very disappointing, we don't trust them anymore. We will never go back there. Not next week, not next month, not next year, never. Never ever again. And every single time that I saw someone forgiving someone for something big, going back maybe after 1 month, 2 years, whatever, they would do the same thing again. And this time even treating them like they're crazy if they didn't forgive them again. And if you can't take it anymore, something is wrong with you. Something must be wrong with your mind right now, you know? We don't care about closure. We don't care about second chances. We don't even go back to say goodbye. If a person shows us their true colors and we see that they don't deserve our time, our attention, they don't respect us, we're gone. They don't exist in our world anymore. Predictability in your relationships and your emotions stabilizes your nervous system, while this back and forth chaos literally destabilizes you completely. If you are not in a predictable environment, you cannot feel safe. Another thing, protecting your mind from negative conversations is extremely important. In our culture, we don't entertain conversations unless we're truly interested in what we're talking about. We do not talk at the cost of sitting there, making probably the situation feel a little bit awkward. We do not do small talk. We don't gossip. We never listen or talk about things that don't add up to our mental space. Next time that someone talks to you about something that you don't care, just stop entertaining that conversation. Don't feel like you have to listen. You have to reply. This is not your job. All this overstimulates you and dysregulates you. So you don't owe anybody just to entertain them, to listen to things that you don't care about, or to talk about things that you don't care about. Live in self-respect, not in self-sacrifice. We are very warm and kind towards others, like I said before, but we don't ever do this from a place of self-sacrifice. Every single time that you deplete yourself in order to help others, you're not being kind. You are being a people pleaser and self-destructive. Create an internal priority system from which you have to fill up your cup, and then from there, from a place of fullness, you give to others. You help others. Don't trade your peace for approval, because that is what you're trying to get when you feel completely depleted and still try to give. Also because when you give from a place of self-sacrifice, you will be very resentful towards that person. And this you can see in many couples, that they are like, I did this for you and this and that and this and that. They didn't feel like giving that and they give it anyways. And now they are resenting their partner and they can't have a healthy relationship anyways. All this people pleasing, in the end of the day, is not pleasing anybody. Self-respect regulates nervous system. Self-sacrifice inflames it. Now you start applying all these things, you realize how your nervous system being regulated makes your presence become your superpower. Because your presence is the only thing that no one can copy, no one can have the same exact presence, no one can be you, exactly you. And always remember that your nervous system controls how your presence, your energy, and even body composition shows up. And that's why most people try to do everything right, and yet they are always dysregulated, overeating, overreacting, chasing attention, and they never understand why. But this is not going to be us, because I know that the women on this channel are the most poised, elegant, and graceful, and no one wants to mess with us. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.